What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about an incredibly interesting job posting for WB Games. And what's important to note here is this is for the team that made Hogwarts Legacy. Now, there's a couple different things to discuss, including, does this even mean that it's that team, the team that made Hogwarts Legacy? Would the second game have multiplayer components, or is it a hiring for something else? We're going to get to that. But I do want to thank Joe Mack, who kind of sent me on the hunt, and he did a video of his own on Support Crow Plus. You can check out his channel. I'll leave it in the description below. But great guy, obviously supporter of my channel, and he found a very interesting thing here. So this is a job for an executive producer at WB Games. Now, they're hiring for two different locations for the same job in California and also Salt Lake City. Now, Salt Lake City should ring a bell, considering that is where Avalanche is that made Hogwarts Legacy. Now, they do say remote, that the job could be remote, which means to me that there is a small possibility, I don't think it's all that likely, but a small possibility that it's not for the next game that they're making. It could be for something else. We do know that they all kind of help each other. WB Montreal, it makes their own games, but they're also kind of a support studio, but they all kind of chip in. There's plenty of different studios around WB that you can look at Hogwarts Legacy specifically. Many of the WB teams had some of their people working on it from all the different studios, from Traveler's Tales, who does the Lego games, to Rocksteady. There were a couple of Rocksteady employees in the credits of Hogwarts Legacy, so they help each other. And I do want to throw that out because it is possible that what we're about to talk about, this MMO, this idea of like an online component, it may not actually be for Avalanche. It could be for something else across WB Games, and they're just looking for somebody to work out of Salt Lake City. It doesn't seem likely, but it's something I wanted to throw in. So the news, I mean, I've already kind of let the cat out of the bag. MMO. An MMO comes out multiple times in the job, not just like, hey, we would like you to have this. This is like they want you to have experience making an MMO game, as well as having RPG mechanics if you're going to apply for this job. That's what they want out of you, along with other things. But they mentioned MMO, I want to say like 3 or 4 different times. The biggest one is right here: wide and deep understanding of the gaming industry, business models, gameplay nuances across both MMO gameplay and RPG gameplay. And this is in qualifications and experience. So again, this is not something that, and we've talked about different situations with job hirings where they'll say, well, you know, it'd be nice if you have this. No, they want you to have worked on MMO, experience in MMO development, management, and life cycle planning. They want you to have the experience of making it, launching it, supporting it long term. If you did that, you know, this job is for you. But that's extremely interesting, right? Because when you think about what they're going to do next, I mean, it has to be a Hogwarts Legacy 2, right? Now, I want to talk about a couple different possibilities. I actually want to say, I don't think the odds here are 0. I think it's possible, okay? Albeit that it's not all that likely, but it's also not 0%. That the next game, say Hogwarts Legacy 2, would be like a full-on MMO game. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that would be kind of taking a lot of the wrong lessons from Hogwarts Legacy. I think single player is the way to go. I think you probably do want to have a multiplayer component to it, and you can look to different examples, and you can look to fan feedback for Hogwarts Legacy, and that's why that is what I think is most likely. However, I do just want to throw out there that, you know, wanting an MMO kind of expert, right, for, say, Hogwarts Legacy 2, even if it's just an online component that they want to put in Hogwarts Legacy 2, like, say, Quidditch, or, say, Wizard's Chess, or, like, dueling, like maybe Ghost of Tsushima had the Legends multiplayer part. Maybe they could do that for Hogwarts. I think that's possible. I think that's actually likely, and I think that's kind of what people were asking for, right? Why would you need somebody, though, that has MMO experience to do that? The thing that I keep thinking of, you know, is what we just said, you know, a few minutes ago. I think there is a small possibility that the next game is almost like or maybe it's something separate. Maybe they're doing two things at once. Maybe they're, you know, going all in on it, right? Making a Hogwarts Legacy 2, but also making a Wizarding World MMO game. It just feels, I don't know, like, you guys can let me know in the comments, but, you know, being somebody that tries to study the industry and look at patterns and all this stuff, it just feels weird that you'd want somebody who knows MMO gameplay, knows its life cycle, like how to launch it, how to support it. Why would you need that if you're just adding, say, like a Quidditch multiplayer mode to Hogwarts Legacy 2, would you need an MMO expert for that? That doesn't seem right. At least, I could be wrong. I absolutely could be wrong. So if you guys know better, you definitely let me know in the comments. But something kind of feels a little off about that, where maybe, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. I think if it's just a full-on separate game that's an MMO, look, I think you could literally make an MMO Wizarding World game, right? DC Universe Online. I actually really like DC Universe Online, okay? And if you could do something like that, I know it's not everybody's favorite, but if you could do something like that for the Wizarding World, I'd be all for that. I think that'd be really cool. But we'll have to keep our eyes peeled of like how many more jobs have that, kind of qualification, or they want that, because I don't know, that doesn't feel to me like you're just going to add, wizard's chess and call it a day. But again, like I think that would be not going the right direction. I think the idea of a single player game, that's the right move. That's absolutely the right move, and it's what you should do for the sequel. If you want to have a multiplayer mode in the sequel, I think that's very smart. It's probably something you should do. But to like completely change what genre, it would literally be a different genre, right? To do that would be kind of odd. So we'll definitely have to keep our eyes peeled. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.